going for 3-1. We're up against it, we're 2-0 down. We're up against it. Nobody's expecting, the whole world's not expecting us to do anything. You never know, that's what Scotland will go and do it.
Should be all about. A carnival atmosphere enjoyed by a capacity crowd. It's this that police and other security agencies are hoping for as they make their arrangements for the big game. What it shouldn't be about, clashes between rival fans.
I think Englishness is a kind of dormant thing. I think the English really, in general, are quite a tolerant people. There's a minority, of course, who are not, but generally speaking, I think they're quite tolerant. They're open to new ideas. But there's a kind of, like every other country, they've got a kind of dark side to them. And that, during Euro 96, a lot of people who were living in England, who I know who were not English, who were maybe black or came from other countries, felt a sense of English nationalism, which was certainly exclusive rather than inclusive during that time. It was this sort of obsession with England winning. The fact they got as far as the semi-finals raised the expectations, and when they lost the penalties to the Germans, and I felt a great hatred towards the Germans from so many people. 80 years of Thatcherism had an enormous effect in Scotland. I mean, she was hysterically anti-Scottish, Major as well. And nowadays Blair, I think his honeymoon is over. I mean, a lot of people are seeing him as being kind of Thatcherite with a, you know, softer tone. So I think the inevitable consequence of devolution is going to be independence. I mean, because both governments cannot ride in tandem forever. They're bound to go off in separate directions eventually, which is a shame. You know, I would like, some people may see the Scottish Parliament as leading England and the English Parliament towards more progressive policies, but I still think England is generally quite a right-wing country, although most English people I know are not.
The police will deal with it. All right. They're not coming in. No, they're not coming in. There's more.
I like to see England win as much as you do, but I think it's important not to get carried away here. We haven't actually played a decent team since France and got hammered by them. So all this talk of euphoria, isn't that just getting a little bit carried away?
I think it's a bad question. I think you totally disrespected the opposition who were playing at home. I think they'd lost one game in something like 14 at home, but everyone just dismisses that and says, oh, it's Scotland, you know, they didn't play very well. I mean, they beat some pretty good teams. And Craig Brown's record, even now after this defeat, still stands up tremendously, you know. But you carry on the negative way, right? That's your right. And I'll take the positive road because that's mine. And I was delighted we sat there, and I think the players were, and I think if you go and ask the fans, they were. Some of the media weren't, but we'll keep chipping away at them.
Okay, thank you. Thanks very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Well, just a few hours now to kick off here at Wembley. England firm favourites, of course, but remember what happened in the Rugby World Cup. The All Blacks didn't think that France had a chance of beating them in the semi-final, and look what happened to them. Anna, I'll leave you with that thought.
Streets Wembley at 8 o'clock this evening. The prize a place at Euro 2000. We're going to pick up George in Aberdeen. George, you're welcome. How are you?
I think Scotland are going to win the game tonight. I think they'll win. I don't think they've got enough to win by 2 clear goals, but I certainly think they'll win.
What makes you say that, George? Have you seen somewhere in that England side that's weak enough that this Scottish team can genuinely look to score a goal or two tonight?
Oh, I think England's certainly a strong team, there's no doubt about that, like. But I think the fire will be in the belly tonight, and I really think we'll get into this.
I want to sing our national anthem as proudly as I can, and I want to give theirs as much stick as I possibly can, because they're doing my head in, same as this, being ignorant as they were on Saturday. Don't be ignorant again. You're out of order. You were on Saturday. Don't be out of order today. Go on, get in the game. You're out of order. So exactly what I'm talking about, ain't it, really? Eh? Well, it's out of order because they were booing our anthem. It's about heritage, it's about our country, England, and we're proud of our country, and that's why we want to sing the national anthem as fast, as hard and proud as we can, without them giving us grief. A third world country like the Sweaties really, really annoying us. England, forget Braveheart, England's the country you want to live in.
You better believe that.
Correct.
You better believe it. Yes.
This is what it's all about.
Can they hear this? We'll let them hear this.
Being proud.
We'll let them hear this.
Being proud of that.
England, Three Lions.
Maybe some of the tension's gone because nobody expects them really to do anything here, do they?
Well, they have nothing to lose. It's death or glory tonight.
Can't crosses. Here's a great chance, and it's headed in by Tom Hutchinson, and Scotland have the breakthrough. They can win. They can win.
Brian will be breathing heavily at the moment. His side has done him proud, really proud. They've done the whole of Scotland proud. England are a little over 4 minutes away from the finals of the European Championship. And we're almost there. We're almost at the end of the game. Craig Brown says, get that ball onto the pitch. Oh, there's the referee blow. England celebrate. I didn't hear Kalina's whistle, but Scotland, ever so brave, haven't managed quite to do it. They've won here at Wembley by 1-0, but Scotland are out.
That was an awful display by England, but full credit to the Scottish players. They've gone over to their supporters on the right-hand side. It's glorious failure once again for Scotland, but I tell you what, they didn't halfway well.
It's been hyped as the Battle of Britain, and I think calling any football match a battle does not do the sport any good at all. Bill Shankly once said, football is not a matter of life and death. It's far more important than that. And we all went with that. Until Hillsborough. And that gives you some perspective about the game. When you lose young people that were just out for a day out, when 96 people die needlessly to go to a football match, when you have to hold an assembly in school the next day and talk about people that have died. That puts football into perspective. Now, I love the game, and I really do. I passionately love the game, but it's still only that. It's still only a game, and it gets hyped up now to the extent where you really can't believe. And I mean, it's two teams playing football for a place in Euro 2000. It is not life and death.
Who's on? Is that you? Well, Mr. Boys, take care.